Hi, good morning. This is the BlackBerry Tracy channel. I'm Tracy for BlackBerryMama.com. And here we go again, filming live, this time from Lenox Hill Hospital. And I haven't updated in a little while because it took a while for me to get to this point where I'm actually sitting here on this bed, sitting up to talk to anybody. I got here in really bad shape, as a lot of you know. But it is Monday morning, and I may not be sure of the date, but I can tell you people that I am feeling a lot better, a lot better. When I left Brooklyn Hospital Friday evening, I repeat, I was in bad shape. I was in really bad shape. When I got here to the emergency room, I could barely walk. My motor function was severely limited. Oh, it hurts me to even think about the shape that I was in. And I don't want to ever see myself like that again. And I don't ever want to see anyone. I don't want to see anyone like that, especially post-ops. But it was bad. It was bad. A lot of you have been asking me, so was there a hernia? Because I mentioned that what motivated me to get the hell out of Dodge, so to speak, was when the surgery team came in. They kind of just gnashed my stomach, like that. And it was like, yep, she has a hernia. Let's go. And I was like, wait a minute. And you always hear these stories about how Auntie so-and-so went into the hospital for one thing and then she ended up dead. Or, I went into the hospital for a swollen foot and came out missing an arm or something like that. And it was starting to feel like that. But when the surgery team was so gung-ho about surgery, it just almost felt like to me that they had never seen a DS before, and they were dying to see one up close and personal. I just wasn't comfortable with that. I had been dancing around the issue of whether or not I should leave the hospital that week, but that really, really pushed it over the edge. And I really want to give a huge, huge what's up to my two sisters. Y'all know who you are. I know that I'm not going to shout you out, by name because we haven't discussed it, but you know who you are. Everybody knows who you are. I mean, because y'all came through like on some Bonnie and Clyde type thing. I mean, when I tell you, you guys should have seen them. My little sis, she came through like the enforcer. The enforcer. She came in the room and she was just like, what are you taking with you? What do you want? And she just started throwing stuff in the bag. You want these Cheerios? She threw that in the bag. How about these ginger ales? You taking these? I was like, yeah. I'm taking them, and I'm just sitting there on the bed, just, really trying not to look like I'm dying. And big sis, big sis. No lie, when we came out the building in the wheelchair, even the transporter, the transporter was like, he even knew that there was some kind of urgency attached to it because he sped out the building. And no lie, she was curbside, people. She was curbside with the back door open, the engine running. Like, let's go. Get her in there. And it kind of just like folded me in the back seat and we peeled off like we stole something. It was great. It was great. It made me think about the patients that don't have that. It made me think about the patients who can't speak for themselves. It made me think of, what kind of language is that? It made me think over the weekend about the patients who have passed away without an advocate like I had and like I have in my family. And then let's not forget you guys, because you guys were you guys were on the sidelines like, woohoo, go Tracy, go. I feel really awesomely blessed. Like, there is no way in the world that I can deny that I'm blessed. I'm blessed. And as soon as I got here, they got started right away. They knew exactly what I needed, it seemed. There was no hernia, first of all. You know, I drank this huge container about maybe the size of this picture right here. Hold on a second. Let me show you how much contrast I drank. Right here. I drank that much, okay? It took like 6 cups to drink that. Terrible stuff, but I cheated. I have a tip. Now, they want you to just drink it. I think it's called like, can't remember. It has some cute name, but people, contrast fluid is not cute. It doesn't taste cute. And there's no way in the world you are mistaking that for Gatorade. My trick was, I stupidly forgot to stash a snack in my bag. Because you know, ERs, emergency rooms, are notorious for not feeding you until they determine what they want to do with you. And me, being the experienced professional patient that I have been for the past, 10 to 15 years, I've always had something stashed in my bag when I knew that I was going to be in the emergency room. This time was a little different. I was operating at a slightly lower cognitive level than, than most days. But I rummaged through my bag and I came up with 2 very sticky pieces of Hall's cough drops. And so I would drink like a whole half a cup and then I would suck on the Halls, and that kept the contrast from coming back up. So I get into the CT scan, and very funny story. I asked to get Benadryl before the CT scan because most of the time they tell you, or maybe all of the time they tell you, that if you're allergic to shellfish rather, then you could possibly be allergic to the dye that they use in the CT scan. So I asked for Benadryl because I have been known to be allergic to some forms of shellfish, namely shrimp. Want to be safe than sorry. So then, beautiful young 13-year-old doctor, she took 20 minutes out of her evening to explain to me that I didn't need Benadryl because patients aren't allergic to the dye because they're allergic to shellfish. It's the protein that's in the dye that people are allergic to, and only 1 in 1,000,000,001 people are allergic to that protein. Long story short, I let this lady talk me out of my Benadryl and caught me a nasty allergic reaction right there on the table. So Benadryl kind of, ended my night in the ER, and that's all I remember. But I'm comfortable. I'm in the room. It didn't take 3 days to get into a room like it did at Brooklyn Hospital. The ER was abnormally quiet. I don't think it's a trauma ER. It can't be, because trauma ain't quiet. But my room is, and it's great. So let me just take you around. And first thing you're looking at is SpongeBob early in the morning. I wasn't watching that. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is my main nutrition. This is my homie IV. You guys remember IV. But this time, IV got a new bag hanging off of her. And that is my TPN, Total Peripheral Nutrition. Yes.
You was washed up this morning?
I did it all.
Okay.
I'm fresh and clean.
Bed is clean and everything.
And my bed is fresh and clean.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Okay.
Hello, love. How are you?
So that's total
Good.
peripheral
Okay?
or parental
Yeah.
peripheral.
You washed up this
It's
morning,
TPN,
right?
and I'm pretty sure later I'm gonna have the
washed you up
correct
this
information, but I'm
morning.
sure it's total peripheral nutrition because it goes in
I'm
through
Roy.
peripheral line or something like that.
Let me pull you up.
And I'm all half naked on camera. This is starting to turn into something very pornographic. Okay, I'm back on the telemetry.
Got to pull you up in
So
bed.
there you go. You can see my telemetry wires in there, stuck in there somewhere. And lovely view of a building. And then, of course, let me just get this out the way real quick. And here, what I do with that. So, I'm good. I'm feeling a lot better. A lot better. I'm not as dehydrated anymore. And how much time? 10 minutes. Wow. I need to shut up. One thing you will notice is I'm not wearing any makeup. I was too damn sick for that. But I'm back. And I thank you for your prayers. So, questions, comments, shoot them down here, over there, somewhere. Rate this video. I never asked you to do that before. Subscribe to my channel, please. I never asked you to do that before either. And visit my blog at www.blackberrymama.com. Thank you.